Good morning, children. Today we are going to start a new chapter in English grammar, that is adjectives, degrees of comparison. In my last class I have explained you what is an adjective. But children, to learn adjective first we have learned noun. What is a noun? A noun is a naming word. So what does it name? It names person, place, animal or a thing. Fine. And what is an adjective? An adjective is a describing word. What does it describe? It describes a noun. Okay. So in adjectives we are going to learn degrees of comparison. Means there are three kinds of comparison. There are 3 degrees of comparison. So let us see how. So children, can you see here? 3 apples are kept. One is big. Suppose you have taken this apple. So you can say this apple is big. But you got another apple. So can you see the size? Their sizes are different, right? So you can say this apple is bigger than this. But again you got one more apple. And can you compare the 3 different sizes of these apples? So what will you say? This is the biggest apple. So what have you learned, children? When there was one apple, so you said it is a big apple. Fine. But when you get 2 apples, then you are comparing between 2. So when you are comparing between 2, you are saying this is bigger than this. But when you got the 3rd apple, then what does it mean? You are comparing among 3. Fine. So you can say this is the biggest apple. So when you talk about any one person, place, animal or thing, you say it is positive degree of comparison. But when you compare 2 person, place, animal or thing, see children, plural of person is people. Fine. So you can say 2 people. So that is comparative degree. It means it is comparing 2 people, person, place, 2 people, place, animal or thing. And when you are comparing more than 2, okay, then the highest degree of comparison is superlative degree. So children, you have to keep few things in your mind. In positive degree, we use an article a or an. Okay, like we can say this is a big apple. Okay, he is an honest man. Like this. Okay, in positive degree we use articles a or an. In the same way, in bigger we don't use articles but we use then. Like this apple is bigger than that apple. So in comparative degree we use then. And in superlative degree, as we know it is the highest degree of comparison, we use the articles the. Like this is the biggest apple. So let us learn this in detail. Positive degree means we use positive degree when we speak about only one person or thing. Like LeBron James is tall. We are talking about only one boy. So we have written tall. The house is big. This flower is beautiful. So here we are talking about only one boy, house or big. So simply we have written tall, big or beautiful. Comparative degree, we use the comparative degree when we compare 2 persons or you can say 2 people. Plural of person is people. 2 people or 2 things with each other. Like your Ming is taller than LeBron James. This house is bigger than that one and she is nicer than him. So before we have learnt about only one boy, house or flower. But here when we are comparing between 2, then we will write taller, bigger, nicer, more beautiful like this. Fine. And the third one is superlative degree. We use the superlative degree when we compare more than 2 people or person with another. When the third thing will come or more than. Okay, it is not like only in 3 things you can compare, children. It can be more than 3. Like suppose you are talking about the class. Take your class, 30 or 40 students are sitting in your class. So you can compare who is the tallest boy. So among all the boys you will compare. Okay, so you can say John is the tallest boy. So it is the highest degree of the quality. Like you can say Peter is the smartest boy in the class. We are talking about all the boys and Peter is the smartest boy. So we are comparing among all the boys present in the class. Alice is the sweetest girl in the neighborhood. The blue whale is the largest of all animals. It means we children, you know about so many animals in the world. So blue whale is the largest. We are comparing about all the animals. Fine. Now let us see few more examples. So first we will learn positive, comparative and superlative. Like old, older, oldest, fat, fatter, fattest, hot, hotter, hottest. Good, better, best. See children, here we have seen it was so simple to write. Just we have to add ER and EST. Right? TER, TEST. But here you don't have to write like, you cannot write good, gooder, goodest. Bad, badder, baddest. No. You have to write good, better, best. You have to learn this. Okay? You have to learn this. Long, longer, longest. Bad, worse, worst. Fine, finer, finest. Happy, happier, happiest. Sad, sadder, saddest. Young, younger, youngest. Hard, harder, hardest. Large, larger, largest. Pretty, prettier, prettiest. Good, better, best. White, whiter, whitest. Far, farther, farthest. You can also write far, further, furthest. Both are used with far only. You easy, easier, easiest. Heavy, heavier, heaviest. Pretty, prettier, prettiest. Again good, better, best. White, whiter, whitest. I think it is repeated. This slide is repeated. Safe, safer, safest. Busy, busier, busiest. Big, bigger, biggest. Okay. So children, I have explained you everything about degrees of comparison, all the 3 degrees which articles are used. Now let us come to the book 1. Let us read the chapter first. Chapter 11, that is comparisons. So look at these sentences. An elephant is bigger than a horse. So children, here, suppose when we talk about only elephant, so we will see an elephant is a big animal. But when we are comparing 2 animals, then we will say an elephant is bigger than a horse. See, this sentence compares 2 animals, an elephant and a horse. Similarly, we can see here 2 boys, one Arjun and one Amit. So we can see, suppose we are talking only about Amit. So we will say Amit is a tall boy. But when we are comparing these 2 boys, then we will say Amit is taller than Arjun. So this sentence compares 2 children, Amit and Arjun. One more thing. Suppose I am saying Amit is a short boy. Fine. When we are talking only about Amit, we will say Amit is a short boy. So when we compare 2 boys here, then we will say Arjun is shorter than Amit. Understood children? Here we can say horse is smaller than elephant. You can change the sentence also. A tiger is more dangerous than a wolf. Yes, wolf is dangerous, no doubt. But when we are comparing 2 animals here, then we will say a tiger is more dangerous than a wolf. And this sentence also compares 2 animals, that is a tiger and a wolf. Now, we show comparison between 2 things by using the ER form of an adjective like bigger, taller, fine. And sometimes we use more with the adjective like more dangerous. In these sentences we often use then also. See children, I am telling you one thing like big, bigger, biggest, small, smaller, smallest. But there are words where we have to use more and most, like beautiful, more beautiful and most beautiful, famous, more famous, most famous. You cannot write beautifuler or beautifulest, wrong. You have to use there more and most. Suppose famous we have done, more famous and most famous. In the same way, fill in the, okay, now let us do the book exercise. Fill in the blanks with the correct form of the adjectives given in the brackets. You have to use then also. Okay, so children, it means if you have to use then here, it means you have to fill in the blanks with comparative degree, because in comparative degree only we use then, right? So let us start. Burj Khalifa is dash than any other building in the world. See, there is comparison Burj Khalifa and any other building. So when we compare 2 people, place, animal or thing, we use comparative degree. So simply you will write what is the comparative degree of tall, taller, and you have to write here then. So Burj Khalifa is taller than any other building in the world. Now June is dash April. So from hot it will become hotter and you have to add then. So June is hotter than April. The road is dash than the bridge. Then you have to write here. So what is the comparative degree of wide? Wider. The road is wider than the bridge. Saloni is dash than her sister. So comparative degree of young is younger. So you will write younger then. In the same way, children, you have to do all the fill in the blanks. Okay, first you do it on your own, then you check the answers from the video. The sun is brighter than the moon. See here, you will not write intelligenter or intelligentest. No, here you have to use more. Megha is more intelligent than Ravi. A ship is heavier than a boat. My work is neater than Kriti's work. Bananas are cheaper than apples. Mr. Chopra is more handsome than Mr. Sen. Now look at these sentences. I have 3 shirts. See, now there is comparison between 3, okay? The white one is the costliest. Why we are saying costliest? Because we are comparing 3, okay? This sentence compares 3 shirts. And you know, in this superlative degree we use the dictionary is the heaviest book. So we have kept here 3 books and we are talking about which is heavy and which is not heavy. So we can see the dictionary, it is the heaviest. So again this sentence compares 3 books. Now let us talk about these 3 girls. Shilpi is the tallest girl in the class. So this sentence compares all the girls in the class. In the same way, suppose many children are sitting here, many students, okay? So who is the most intelligent among all? Rohan is the most intelligent child in the class. So you are comparing all the children in the class, okay? We show comparison among 3 or more things by using the EST form of an adjective, like costliest, heaviest, tallest, smallest, biggest, finest, nicest, like this. But sometimes we also use most with the adjective, like most intelligent. Just now I have told you most beautiful, most intelligent, most famous, most hardworking, like this. And we also use the with the EST form. I have told you children, in superlative degree you have to use article the. Okay. Now let us take the correct words in the brackets. Mama bought some dash books for me. So children, see, we are not comparing here with anything. So simply you can write interesting books. The Ganga is dash than the Yamuna. When we are comparing 2 rivers, then we have to use comparative degree, so longer. Karthik is a dash boy. We are talking about only one boy, so we will use positive degree, that is a smart. Kapil got the dash marks in the class. It means we are talking about all the boys in the class. So Kapil got the lowest marks, superlative degree. Sachin was the dash batsman in the team. Okay, so in team there are so many members. So we are talking about all the team members. So again you will write here superlative degree, that is best. Peacocks have dash feathers. We are talking about only peacocks, children. So beautiful feathers. My hair is dash than my sister's hair. Again we are comparing my hair and my sister's hair. So shorter. Now children, fill in the blanks with the correct form of the words given in the brackets. So here you have to see whether you have to fill in with positive degree, comparative degree or superlative degree. Let's see. Mount Everest is the dash peak in the world. We are talking about all the mountains in the world. So when all is used, then superlative degree, so highest peak in the world. Ajay has the dash voice in our group. So again we are talking about all the boys. So sweetest. The pink dresses then dash than the white one. See children, we are comparing pink dress and white dress. So we will use comparative degree. So more beautiful than. Okay, then is already written here children. So you will not write here then again. Okay, by mistake I have written. So only you have to write more beautiful. Raghav is my dash friend. We are talking only about Raghav. So positive degree, that is good. Karuna is a very dash girl. See children, we are talking about only one girl, that is Karuna. So we will use positive degree, so quite. Narayan was the dash driver in the race. So in race many people participate. So fastest driver. An elephant is dash animal. Intelligent animal. In Delhi, January is the dash month. So we are talking about all the months. So which is the coldest month? January. So we will write coldest. Her writing is very neat. Why? Because we are talking about only her handwriting. Okay. Her handwriting is dash than Shivani's handwriting. Now we are comparing. So we will write neater. So children, I hope you have understood. Let me revise again. We have learned 3 degrees of comparison: positive, comparative and superlative. In positive degree, we talk about only one person, place, animal or thing, and we use articles a or an. In comparative degree, we compare two people, place, animals or thing, and here we use then. And the last one, superlative degree. Children, we compare more than two person, people, place, animal or thing, or more than two also, or more than three you can say, or above, in all. Fine, and we use the article in superlative degree. So children, I hope you have understood the chapter. That's all for today. Thank